Monday night's Marion City Council meeting, expected to bring closure to the ongoing controversy surrounding the 4th Ward vacancy, instead left many residents with even more questions about transparency, process, and political priorities inside Marion City Hall. In a surprising move at the start of the meeting, City Council voted to shift the 4th Ward appointment from the final item on the evening's agenda to the very first item discussed. The sudden change reportedly came without public notice, catching some 4th Ward residents off guard and preventing several individuals who planned to attend specifically for the appointment discussion from being present when the vote occurred. The abrupt scheduling change immediately drew criticism from residents in attendance, several of whom voiced concerns about both the lack of transparency and the handling of the appointment process overall. Debate during the meeting once again centered heavily on political party affiliation, the same issue that has dominated discussion since Sean Wilson's earlier appointment and resignation. Council member Ralph Smith continued insisting during discussion that the 4th Ward seat was legally required to be filled by a Republican candidate. However, Council member Scott Kreider repeatedly pushed back on that claim, explaining during the meeting that the Marion County Board of Elections had already clarified Wilson was officially listed as unaffiliated at the time of his appointment. That distinction has become a central point of controversy in recent weeks. Public records and correspondence previously reviewed by residents showed the Board of Elections specifically stated Wilson remained unaffiliated in the voter registration system despite having recently pulled a Republican primary ballot. The board also previously indicated City Council had not consulted election officials before Wilson's original appointment. Several residents who addressed Council Monday night referenced those same facts, arguing that continuing to describe the seat as strictly Republican contradicted the Board of Elections' own statements. Others questioned why Council leadership would unexpectedly move the appointment vote to the beginning of the meeting when the item had previously been expected to occur at the end of the agenda. Despite those objections, Council ultimately moved forward with the appointment process anyway, leaving some residents frustrated that political considerations appeared to outweigh broader concerns about transparency, public participation, and trust in local government. They appointed 29-year-old Nathan Stevenson, a Marion native. For many watching the meeting unfold, the evening reinforced a growing perception that party loyalty carried more influence than public input. In addition to the controversy surrounding the 4th Ward appointment, council members also discussed a proposed annexation involving property across from Logan Tires, where a Dollar General development has reportedly been proposed. That discussion sparked significant public comment from residents living on that side of Marion, many of whom described ongoing struggles accessing basic grocery and food options due to the railroad crossings that frequently isolate portions of the city from one another when trains block the tracks, a long-standing and widely recognized issue in Marion. Several residents spoke passionately about the need for accessible food options in the area, arguing that many families are effectively cut off from the rest of town for extended periods when trains are stopped across crossings. At the same time, other residents expressed concern specifically about Dollar General as the proposed solution. Speakers noted that while most people appear to agree some form of food access is desperately needed for residents on that side of town, Dollar General has faced repeated criticism nationwide and within Ohio over alleged pricing and consumer practices that disproportionately impact lower-income communities. Residents referenced the company's history of lawsuits and investigations related to allegations that items advertised or displayed at one price were scanned at higher prices at the register. Concerns critics describe as especially harmful for families already struggling financially. Others questioned whether a discount retailer known primarily for shelf-stable and processed goods truly addresses the broader issue of healthy and reliable food access in underserved neighborhoods. Additional concerns were also raised about the condition of the proposed annexation property itself. Residents questioned whether years of accumulated tire waste and industrial use at the nearby site may have contaminated the land, and some warned that if environmental cleanup issues are later discovered, Dollar General could ultimately walk away from the project entirely, potentially leaving Marion taxpayers responsible for remediation costs. While opinions differed on the proposed development itself, many residents appeared united in one belief. The area desperately needs investment and improved food access, but citizens want to ensure any solution genuinely benefits the community rather than creating new long-term problems. After weeks of controversy surrounding appointments, resignations, eligibility questions, and public criticism over transparency, Monday night's developments are unlikely to quiet concerns surrounding how Marion City Council handled one of the city's most closely watched vacancy appointments in recent memory.